Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of yous are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to our post-match reaction to Liverpool winning a game of football. And yes, the Reds have managed to beat Wolves by 1 goal to nil to move on to the next round of the FA Cup to face Brighton, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. Either way, the Reds have managed to win away from home and get a clean sheet and score the first goal. It was the only goal, to be fair. But look, the Reds managed to win and get a clean sheet. So that's all that matters. That's all that's important as well. So again, much better from the Reds, of course, compared to the Brighton performance, just a couple of days ago, which was an absolute train wreck. I think that's the best phrase to use anyway. But of course, it was massively thanks to this man, Harvey Elliott, getting his goal and his wonder strike as well to make it 1-0 to Liverpool. Absolute brilliant performance by Harvey Elliott tonight out on that right hand side of the front three, of course. But again, that wonder strike was absolutely beautiful from him, especially the last couple of weeks. It's been obviously a very critical time for Liverpool, and people have been critiquing. Harvey Elliott, but again tonight was absolutely brilliant, and even Stefan Basetic as well for me is up there for man of the match tonight. He was absolutely brilliant in that sixth role. And I've seen plenty of people mention, him in particular, whether or not, he might even start against Chelsea. I think that is a little bit, going a bit too forward. But again, at the moment, the way Liverpool are playing, I can't see why not, because he was absolutely brilliant tonight, and he is up there for my man of the match. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments as well. If you're watching, on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, then let me know, your man of the match for the game, and just let me know your thoughts. Because for me, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. And to be fair, I thought the midfield was pretty good tonight. Thiago, Naby Keita, Basetic as well. Basetic, wherever apologies for the pronunciation. But again, Naby brilliant with the press. Look, I've been a huge fan of Naby Keita, but I have been very critical of him over the last couple of weeks. But look, tonight he was brilliant in terms of the press, starting it, again, closing down the gaps that, were quite clearly there against Wolves last time out as well. And again, Thiago as well, brilliant performance by him. Much more Thiago standards of performance. Of course, it is only 1-0 and it is only a 1-0 performance, but look, I think there is a much more positive outlook on tonight's performance than it was, especially against Brighton, but more so, any other, time this season. And look, Wolves wasn't the best. Wolves wasn't, great, but I think Liverpool managed to control Wolves instead of what happened back, what was it, 2 weeks ago now at Anfield when we drew 3-3. And that is I think a much better way to go out, winning 1-0 and having a clean sheet, and hopefully, we can build on this performance as well. Of course, with Chelsea coming up as well. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me know, your thoughts, your man of the matches. Let me know how you lot are feeling about Liverpool's performance, and especially, Liverpool going through to the next round of the FA Cup, which of course is very good as well. So let me know your thoughts, guys. I came in from work and managed to catch the last 25 minutes. I saw highlights first half. We were good. Elliott scoring in his natural position as a winger. He looked quicker passing of the ball as well. Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And that is the thing, isn't it? Harvey looked good. He looked really good. And I think tonight was a little bit as well of him proving a point, really. And I think a couple of them proving a point, like Basetic, Naby as well. Because of course, when we think about it, if Naby is staying or going, look, if he's going, he's playing for a move. He's going to have to show clubs, what he's all about. And again, tonight was brilliant. And look, I've been critical of Naby Keita as of late, but I'll praise the players when they deserve to be praised. And I think tonight, certain players do massively deserve to get praised as well. Obviously, Gakpo playing more as a striker tonight again, and again, I think he's slowly bedding in as well. I thought he had a decent performance, little 1-2s with Thiago, and getting used to the team as well. So again, we're building confidence. Obviously, Ibu starting, Joe Gomez as well at centre off. Maybe that might be a partnership that we might see a bit more, especially with Joel Matip not being at the best at the moment. But we had vibrance to the Liverpool midfield. Chris Sharp, consistent momentum, and always looking to get the ball forward. Good win, hopefully stepping stone. Love Elliott, passion. That's what we want as well. Absolutely, Chris, 1,000%. Basetic done more than our midfielders this season already. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant in that sixth position. Again, and you think, and chat, let me know your guys' thoughts, because I think I've seen plenty of people already saying, you know, Naby and Basetic have kind of put the midfield up for debate on Saturday, and I would agree. I think they have massively. But again, is Jurgen willing to experiment in an important game as Chelsea? I don't know. But again, plenty of questions as well. And of course, the good news, Darwin Núñez will be in full training tomorrow. So Darwin Núñez will be around for Chelsea as well, which is great news as well. But something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something's wrong with me. But absolutely agree with you, Connor. Even on Keita. Bloody hell, Chris, what's wrong with you? Yo, Connor as well. Panov, how are you? I was going to say, how are we? But again, let me know as well. But hello, Panov. Hopefully, having a fantastic day, my friend. It was a comfortable 1-0 win, in my opinion. Wolves only half chances didn't test us, really. Again, Wolves didn't really show up until the last 10 minutes of the game when they were causing a bit of problems. But again, I think it was more the fact that when our substitutions came on, it was obviously breaking up rhythm, and I think that's when Wolves capitalised their best opportunities from taking those little chances, especially Adama Traore. Again, if Adama Traore could finish, what a player he would be. But again, Wolves need strikers. I know they're currently speaking about midfielders, and I think at the minute they are in a battle with Leon for Joao Gomez. I think at the minute from Flamingo. Is it Flamingo that he's from, or Flamingo, or however you pronounce it? Apologies again if I butcher any pronunciation, but it's the fact that they need strikers. I know they've signed that Brazilian fella from Atletico, is it Acuna? I think. Again, he didn't really cause much problems for Ibu or Nat Phillips when he came on, or Joe Gomez. But it is just a question as well. Actually, I'll ask the chat right now. If you could name your starting 11 for Chelsea, what would the starting 11 be for the Chelsea game? I have mine already in my head, but again, it'll be interesting to know your guys' thoughts as well. Harvey's missus needs to rest his left foot in ice till the weekend because it's deadly as well. Absolutely, Egyptian King. Good seeing you as well, my friend. Talio Albin will just strike by Elliott. Basetic was sublime as well. Yeah, absolutely, Gary. Owen's in as well. Hello, Owen. Hopefully on a fantastic day as well, my friend. Any mods, please put any cop on links in the comments as well if there's any mods in here as well. Elliott, Salah, Núñez needs to be the front three versus Chelsea. Maybe, but then Harvey Elliott on the left, does that work with Gakpo? Does Gakpo play better? Or would Gakpo be better on the left than Harvey Elliott for now? And is that it's interesting. I think, and this is a weird thing. I think if James Milner, and this is going to sound really stupid, if James Milner plays right back for Liverpool, I think Harvey Elliott can get away with playing right on the right side of the three for Liverpool, because James Milner's not going to get too up and down. I think the problem is when Trent is there, Harvey wants to go forward, Trent wants to go forward. It then leaves a huge gap there. And again, it's not really the best, is it, at the moment? in that aspect of things anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts anyway in the comment section down below. Elliott was much better in his natural position, right wing position. Yeah, he was 1,000%. I'd agree with you. But there on that as well, us and Chelsea are shite, but I really feel we can beat them. I really get at them, even smell blood in my opinion as well. Well, again, that Ukrainian player is going to be making his debut again. All the hype is going to be interesting to see if he is actually that good. I say this now, watch him score a hat trick. It's going to be prime Arshavin. I'll be able to see it again. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, isn't it? To see what Chelsea pull up as well. To be fair. But again, guys, let me know your thoughts on the Wolves win as well. Matheus Nunes is way overrated, says Owen. It wasn't the best performance, was it, from him? I said it, of course, at the start of the season. I didn't want him at Liverpool. The numbers didn't match, a Liverpool midfielder, if that makes sense, in terms of stats and statistics. But according to Paul Joyce, and again, plenty of people have said this over the last couple of weeks. Again, of course, Jude Bellingham, obviously Jude Bellingham and Matheus Nunes are the main two for the summer. Which again, there's so many questions I think people have just purely based on the transfer situation in terms of Matheus Nunes, because again, it was, why didn't Liverpool go after him last summer? And we can speak about that in a whole separate video. But yeah, obviously Wolves weren't at their best tonight, but I don't know. I think there may be better midfielders out there, potentially for the money anyway. But I don't want Nunes. I want Kone or Thurman as well. Yeah. We looked at Thurman, didn't we, a couple of days ago, Egyptian King. It was about, was it 2 videos ago or 3 videos ago? Again, you guys can check as well. But again, I think plenty of people will have different midfields. I think we can all agree, chat, as long as we get Jude Bellingham. That's it. Like, as soon as we get Jude Bellingham, it's like, see who else we can get. Anyway, but yeah, 100% I would agree with you on that, chat as well. And Chris says, I want Salah in the middle and Elliott on the right and Nunes on the left. Could see it. Absolutely could see it. But again, I don't know if it's me, but Mo just seems well off of it. Even when he came on tonight, he wasn't, he wasn't quick. He wasn't like lightning, and again, it is against Wolves and you are coming on, and obviously when you're trying to defend, you can't really see what Mo can bring. But I don't know. I think Mo is proper knackered. I think is the best word anyway. But no problem. I was doing it when Connor asked as well. Again, thank you, Mark, for putting the link in as well. Mark's brilliant mod as well, so thank you very much for that, Mark, as well. 1892, I keep on wanting 1892 Reds podcast. 1892 Reds TV is in as well. Hello, Luke or Ricky. Let yourself know. I think it's Ricky. I'm joking. I think it's Luke, to be fair. Also, Max from. I'm not going to pronounce the name, Owen. You could obviously pronounce it way better than me. The 22-year-old is a great all-rounder as well. I'll have to have a look at him. The only way I know of him is on FIFA. And again, before anyone clips that up, I'm not one of those FIFA stat pad people. I like FIFA, but I'm realistic with it. If a card has 84 pace and whatever, then we're sound. Again, that's going to get clipped. I know it is. I hope you guys are well, and nice to have a win as well. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It changes the mood. And again, it's pretty good, isn't it? The fact that, again, Liverpool win a game of football and again score first and keep a clean sheet. It's a rarity these days. And again, it's absolutely beautiful when it happens as well. But Mudryk, he's basically H from Steps 9, or from Steps 9 goal and 29 appearances as well. What is it, around 88 million that they're going to pay altogether? I don't think it is. Is it 65 million up front? And then the rest are in add-ons? Again, I'm going to say it's 88 because every single rival fan goes, oh, Darwin Núñez was 100 million. No, he wasn't. He was 64 million. I would like it if Milner could play right back with Chelsea. I think I got that comment off. I think Besetic and Thiago work well together and should start as well. Yeah, I think it's a real conversation to be had as well, El Scouser. And I think, again, Besetic played so good. He played so good as well. And I think if you're going to ask me right now, I'd love to put Besetic in. But I think for Chelsea, the midfield three has to be Fabinho, Thiago, and Naby. I think it has to be. Because, okay, tonight was a proper performance, but I want to see a proper performance against Chelsea. Because, again, they're not the best. We're not at our best at the moment. But if we can absolutely batter them and destroy them, then I think that puts a point across in some sense, and we can start building momentum. The problem is Liverpool haven't done that so far this season. So far, at least, anyway. But Mudrik's price tag makes Grealish being 100 million actually good. Deal, I'd rather Grealish than Mudrik if you asked me as well. Again, I think they overpaid massively. Klopp now has some choices to make against Chelsea. Absolutely agree, Mark. I think Jurgen's going to have a real headache on his mind over the next couple of days. As well. Connor, that performance from Naby, lads, you're in the know. Does he get a new deal? No. That's a simple. Again, I said this at the start of the video. It works both ways, doesn't it? If he plays super well, then he's going to get. Then Liverpool going to offer him a new deal either way. But when you think about it, he's having to play for a move. At the moment, there's no. We all know Naby looks likely to be leaving Liverpool, but there's no concrete club at the moment that is getting linked to him, or talks are ongoing or whatever, and we're all guessing where could he go. And I think the Bundesliga, of course, is the main one and the main obvious one. But again, would it surprise if a Premier League club goes in for him? I don't know. Would he want to stay in the Premier League? Again, it's all questions. I could honestly see, and this might sound a bit weird, Borussia Dortmund going in for him when Jude leaves, which it could be a quick a swap deal. But you know what I mean. Guess lad lost. Well, hello, Luke. The fun of it as well. I hate you so much, guys. I like you and I appreciate you, but again, I hate you at the same time. But no, all joking aside, anyway, because I have no problems at all as well. It says, I played Thiago, Fabinho, and Keita v Chelsea. Please no Hendo after that recent performance. It would struggle. It would worry me, Hendo not actually being there tonight. Hopefully, again, no injuries. But to be fair, as the performance lately, he hasn't been the best, has he? Realistically. Let's not get ahead of ourselves about Keita. I want him gone. I wanted him gone for years. I'll arrange the Uber for him, but if he plays well, hopefully Bowley overpays him, plays for him, and knows what's to. Well, it was that thing, wasn't it, where it's that thing where people were tweeting Bowley and was like, oh, Arsenal are bidding 30 million for Naby Keita. Can you top it or something like that? And like a whole Twitter was doing it. I absolutely loved it. To be fair, Milner right back against big teams is like a machine as well. Remember, was it last year against City? Actually, no, it was this season against City, wasn't it? As well. But Keita's an injury waiting to happen. Yeah, I did think when he faked in it, when he was trying to do the dark arts type situation, where I thought, yeah, look, he's pretending to be injured. Guarantee now he's going to be injured. Yes, but until it happens, let's take advantage. Lol as well. I absolutely agree with that. Owen as well. To be fair, Doug is in as well, saying hello, Conor Romano. Hello, Doug. Hope you're on a fantastic day. I just hope we are not rushing Jota back, though. Well, the latest news on Diogo Jota, isn't it? It's the fact that he will be back before the Real Madrid game, says Jurgen Klopp. But again, that's another conversation. We don't want to rush him back. I don't want Jota to just come back for one game and then out for another month or so. That would be devastating. We've seen how much that hurt Liverpool, for the remainder of the time that he's been out since that City game. And you look at on that left. And you look how important Jota is. Look at that Manchester City game. Like, he was amazing in that game, and then got injured literally with the last kick, last kick to go. And I hope to God that he comes back and again just settles back in. I wouldn't even mind if he missed the Real Madrid game, and then slowly coming back. Because I don't think we'll see Luis Diaz again this season. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think we might see him maybe towards the last few games of the season. But I think, honest to God, I think Liverpool are going to keep him for next year and just get the prime Luis Diaz back. Then that we were so used to seeing last season. Anyway, but let me quickly scroll back up. I've scrolled too far up now. Where were we by? We were here. What else we got? Jurgen said 7%, and the whole midfield were really compact, and so it's difficult for Wolves to find the key players like Jean. That his name's just gone completely through. I was going to say Matteo there. But I like the game a lot as well. Again, it's the fact that we were 10 times better, wasn't we? Moutinho as well, by the way. I was going to say Matteo then. But again, we didn't allow him to play. And that's the thing that I think with Matthias Nunes, when we're speaking about his performance, I don't think he did anything that the other midfielders weren't doing. But that's the case of where, look, we played well and we made Wolves look like crap. Will that same team perform, or like different players perform well against Chelsea? That's what we need, and that's what we're hoping for as well. But again, with Bajcetic, I think it would be a risk to play him against Chelsea. But Anfield, hopefully that might do something. But again, I think he'll go tried and trusted like Fabinho, Thiago, Keita as well. I think that would be the midfield, if I'm being honest as well. Wow, you got it right, lol. Speak to you soon, mate, as well. Yes, of course. You guys go and subscribe over to there as well. Good night, Luke, as well. Yeah, bedtime. Yeah, bedtime, Luke. Bedtime, Luke. Let's put up at 5 as well. Jesus Christ. As well. Glad the Reds could win anyway. Get some sleep. Hope the snow's gone as well. Yeah, it's absolutely chucking it down at the minute, isn't it? Take care, Luke, as well. Can't see Jota being rushed back, if I'm being honest. Well, he's in light training at the minute, isn't he? According to Jurgen, so maybe we might see him in the next couple of weeks. But again, I don't want him to be rushed back at all. Tsimikas was very good as well. Better performance from him, especially from the last Wolves game out as well. Very, very much improved from Costas as well. But hopefully the Reds can get a magic wand and cast a spell to beat Potter's Chelsea. Where's the ban button? Was there a banned button? No, I'm kidding, of course. But yeah. Gotta love a Harry Potter reference from you, Doug. Bajcetic, my man of the match. Elliott and Thiago are other standouts as well. Yeah, I would agree. I think Bajcetic was my man of the match. But absolutely brilliant. And then I'd say Harvey Elliott. And again, don't see Harvey Elliott haters tonight because he's got a brilliant goal and was actually really, really good. So again, great to see and great for confidence as well, especially after everyone the last couple of weeks on social media. Of course, it was either Pep Linda's fault, it was Harvey Elliott's fault, or this player and this player, and it was just ridiculous. For being honest there as well. Harry Potter reference was too funny as well. Yeah, absolutely. That's like Doug. Hard to break kids into a team. If you get injured, they could never be the same as well. Yeah, exactly. And again, we have to take our time with the likes of Bajcetic, even Harvey Elliott and Carvalho. Fabio Carvalho played tonight as well, which was of course his first game since the Manchester City game. Where he scored. And again, I thought he was okay tonight. I do think there is something there with Carvalho, though, where I think Jurgen might be potentially preparing him for something, whether or not that's a start as an 8 or as a 10 potentially as well. But again, would be interesting to know anyway your guys' thoughts. I hope this shuts up the Elliott haters as well. Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Ricky. I know that's Ricky. I know. I know it's you as well. Start of last season, Elliott started the season, and we thought it was a risk. He did well go for it regarding percentage as well. Yeah, potentially, but again, I don't know. I, I think with Harvey though it was a bit different because we were just trying something different with percentage. If he continues playing like this, you'll become a regular like starter in that position. So we could see a bit more of him in the six. But again, like Jurgen has said, in the I think we played was it Ajax away, and he said that percentage, he has a brilliant football mind. It's just that the minute he needs to bulk out in terms of to try and be a six. Or what was I think he said bulk out, or bulk out and gain some muscle. I think that was the words he used. So again, I do think though that it would just be interesting to see whether or not he would test it. He's tested tonight and it's worked. But again, Chelsea are a whole kettle of fish where again they have just unlimited midfielders. Actually, I say that they do have a lot of injuries, but you know what I mean. Once the injuries are gone, they've got a full on midfield team. To be fair, anyway, but what do we have? Tyler Morton looking good too, and has his contracts. Well, yeah, he looks amazing. To be fair, I think who's in Aberdeen right now? Leighton Clarkson as well. Like hearing great reports on. Is it Leighton Clarkson that's out in Aberdeen? Doug, if Doug is in here, let me know. I think it is, and I think he's been brilliant up in Scotland. So again, good for Liverpool in some sense as well. Any news on Nunes? Will he be back for Chelsea? Yes and yes. I think Jurgen did confirm. Let me quickly look at James Pearce's tweet. Jurgen Klopp confirms that Darwin Nunes will be in full training tomorrow. So again, Darwin Nunes back for Chelsea, which is great news as well. And hopefully, he's not rushed back. But again, fingers crossed that everything will be a-okay with Darwin Nunes. And again, I expect him to start for Chelsea as well. But Jackson here as well saying yes. Hello, Jack. Hopefully, having a fantastic day, my friends. As well as Liverpool actually won a game of football. But they're terrific as well, says Owen. But yeah, guys, for me, actually, Mark's actually saying it. Yeah, Leighton Clarkson, Aberdeen. Yeah, there we go. I know. I thought it was, but I was like second guessing myself. I was like, it is Leighton Clarkson at Liverpool at Aberdeen, right? And it's like, yeah, it was. But to go back then on to tonight's performance as well, like I mentioned already, I think obviously Harvey Elliott for me was one of the standouts. I think the standout was of course Stefan Bajcetic in that sixth position. I think he was absolutely brilliant. We speak about a potential signing of Jude Bellingham when we're speaking about he's further ahead or looks to be further ahead in his ages. You would never tell he's a 19-year-old kid. Again, same with Bajcetic tonight, was absolutely brilliant and a classic performance, I'd say. And again, was very much unlucky to of course go off, but again he has been suffering with an injury. He's only just returned, doesn't he, from an injury. So again, main shout outs for man of the match, especially Stefan Bajcetic as well, and Harvey Elliott as well, with the two main shout outs for me. But again, I think plenty of people will say Naby Keita, Thiago as well. I think plenty, you could even say Ibu, Joe Gomez looked pretty decent tonight as well at times. But again, it's all about building confidence back up in the squad. And you hope, and we've said this all season long, we hope that it can be a turning point now in Liverpool's season, because it is that sense of the minute. Apart from the FA Cup, what is there to play for this season? And again, top four is still there, and European football is still there. But it's a question of, do Liverpool want any other type of European football apart from the Champions League? And I think that's a little bit of a mixed question for some people. Anyway, for me, I still think Champions League is there or thereabouts. It's only 10 points away. again, 10 points is easily achievable to gain back if Liverpool can bounce back as well, because there is still plenty more games of football to be had as well. And again, like I mentioned, we do still have loads of the big teams to still come at Anfield as well. We still have Arsenal to come. We still have Spurs. We still have United as well. So again, there's plenty of time for Liverpool to hopefully bounce back this season. But can Liverpool do it? I say this now, probably not. Again, because it hasn't happened so far this season. It's been very, very frustrating. Again, all the time, it's freaking frustrating. I just want Liverpool back, for God's sake. But Jack St. Besettis with the fire emojis as well. Quality, right, quad. That as well, yeah, it was, to be fair. To be fair, when I cropped out the photo, it was like powerful quad. So thank you, Scouser, for that as well. But to be fair, when you crop out, I couldn't find a percentage image that was from tonight, apart from that one. So yeah, unfortunately, it did have to be that one as well. But great goal from Harvey as well as Redbird as well. Yeah, absolutely, my friend, brilliant, wasn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. But evening, Redbird as well. Evening Mark. Doak made some great runs as well. I think Doak again is one for the future. It's every time he touches the ball, it looks like something good is going to happen. And who's that other young kid as well? Jack will know if he's still in here. That guy, because we saw him at Anfield during pre-season. I forgot his name. Was he the Russian fella? Not Russian fella, sorry, a Polish fella. I've forgotten his name, but he looks amazing as well. Whenever I've seen him, I've seen him twice, and he's looked really, really good. But again, Liverpool's youth is really, really good. It's just the fact that can we keep hold of it? Because again, when we have this team, when we build a rebuild, for example, a couple of youth players will come in, like Besettage, Doak, for example, as well. But a couple of them will go. And look for other, opportunities to be in a main 11 as well. It's like Kelleher tonight. Kelleher was pretty good, but I think he might, eventually ask to, leave the club because he wants, more first team football. And I think, to be fair, I think he deserves it because, again, he's a quality goalkeeper. He doesn't want to be on the bench all the time, week in, week out. But again, hopefully, Liverpool, obviously we'll have plenty more youth coming through as well, and hopefully, a lot more brilliant talent coming through as well. But Red Bus is 32 in the chat, only 10 likes. Is it only 10 likes? Bloody hell, chat. What you're playing at, lads? We can get to 50. Be very much appreciated. As always, let me double check this as well. Bloody hell, what am I doing? We're on 14, so if we can get to 15, 20, then I'll be very much appreciated. It'll be very much appreciated anyway, of course. But guys, I'm going to leave it there for tonight anyway. Of course, we've only been live for half an hour, but again, it's a post-match show, so it's a little bit short anyway. But yeah, we'll be live tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? It is Wednesday tomorrow, so we'll be live potentially with a news episode. Or again, if there is anything more, if anyone hasn't yet checked out, we are doing YouTube Shorts now. We are doing more on TikTok as well, because TikTok's algorithm actually works. It actually pushes videos out. So again, I think obviously if you guys aren't following us on there, of course it is at the Cup Council on TikTok and so forth. We've had a Jurgen Klopp press conference video go absolutely mental. I was talking about the the Qatari deal yesterday on there, and that went crazy and so forth. So again, thank you if there's anyone from you over there. Again, brilliant. Thank you very much. And again, if anyone's new around here on the YouTube channel, then please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button as well, because it is very much appreciated as always as well. But last comment of the video. Anyway, I'm not going to pronounce Molluskia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Again, I apologize if I butchered it. It says, unsure why he's not being brought up, being linking well with Doak as well. I don't know, to be honest with you. But again, he is one for the future as well. But thank you, Mark, for putting that in the comments as well. And, again, thank you to all of you guys as well for commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing as well. It's very much appreciated, as always, anyway. But guys, again, brilliant the fact that Liverpool won a game of football, but let alone we've kept the clean sheet as well. So again, brilliant night anyway. And again, hopefully we can produce the same against Chelsea in the next couple of days anyway. But I've been calling out from the COP Council. I'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.